mind giving us an introduction, yourself and your vehicle here?
Sure. My name is Colin Gorman. This is a 2023 Ford F-250, and just a real quick overview of kind of the truck and what we use it for. I am a volunteer with Southern Nevada Off-Road Recovery. We do pretty much off-road recoveries in and around the Las Vegas metropolitan area, and this truck was kind of purpose-built, and I can show you really quick how we utilize our BuiltRight panels.
Yeah, I'd love to see kind of what you got going on. Some of the other goodies you got on here too. It looks pretty tidy, but very functional.
Correct. We use the BuiltRight MOLLE bedside panels on both sides of this truck here. Rotopacks, extra gas and extra diesel. We also have extra water. We're in the desert out here. You never know if anybody, number one, needs something to drink. It is fresh water, clean water, or radiator, top off, anything like that.
Yep.
We have our recovery boards mounted to the side here. And then coming over to the other side, we've got a recovery shovel, high lift jack, onboard air from Viair, and our kind of homemade Moreflate system. It's a four-wheel tire inflate and deflate setup that I kind of put together. For SEMA here, we're here with Racket Designs, and they were featuring their new truck rack, which is a really heavy-duty off-road truck rack, which actually kind of adds to the BuiltRight capability of where we can mount more gear and accessories.
Right. Yeah, so I'm looking at that. It's definitely looks robust. The onboard air, was that difficult to mount to the panels, or did it go on pretty good? Because I know a lot of people ask about, like, how do I get onboard air? Are your panels a good fit for a compressor, you know, ARB, Viair, etc.? Obviously, like I said, everything in here looks really tidy, and you probably want it to be when you're out in the desert and, you know, need your stuff to be where it is all the time.
Absolutely.
So I'm just wondering kind of how that went on, and if you ran into any pitfalls with that.
So this is the second reiteration of how I have these mounted. It was here last year at SEMA as well. This is the SDHQ mount here, and it takes two Viair compressors and mounts them side by side, standing up. And actually, I love the design. Went out to SDHQ and grabbed that compressor mount, and it really kind of tidies up the look and the feel, and also the space required for having the dual onboard air.
Yeah, that's really sweet. And then obviously working down, you have your high lift that looks like it spans both of the panels. That's another one that we commonly get questions on. So everyone who asks, here you go. It can be done. It looks really nice in there. And then I'm looking at this this sliding rack. Can you tell me a little bit about that? That's pretty sweet.
Yes, this is a prototype from Racket Designs. This is their new truck rack. It's still very much prototype, so nothing here is final, but it is going to be sold in 3 stages. The first stage is going to be your headache rack on the back here. And then you're going to add on your second stage, which gets you the cross brackets back here. The third stage is this rack system here, which actually was designed and used originally on the Bronco. And that's where Racket's known from. So if you have a Bronco, definitely check out their roof rack setups. This third stage you'll recognize from their Bronco. And it's able to take about 800 pounds of weight. You're able to put tents up here, side-by-sides, utility vehicles, four-wheelers, whatever you want. I mean, really stout setup here. Yeah. Definitely something that, I mean...
And I did see you kind of working it earlier. It can go out either side.
Correct.
So that's nice.
And this basket also flips. So right now it's got about a 2.5-inch drop to set stuff into. If you flip it over, it's a flat surface.
Oh, okay.
So you can mount tents, you can mount pretty much anything else you want up there.
Something that would overhang a little.
Correct.
More. Yeah.
So definitely very cool setup. That's from Racket Designs.
Awesome. Well, I'm looking at kind of the wheels and tires here, and I'm going to venture to say not stock.
Not stock. Fittipaldi hooked us up with these. They are the FA019, and these have been custom powder coated by 6651 Customs out here in Las Vegas. Tires were given to us by Fury. These are their MT2 off-road tires. And definitely a really stout off-road tire there.
Yeah, wow. Those are awesome. Yeah, it looks like a really clean setup, and I like how you have the bed set up. I mean, you obviously know what you need, and like I said, where you want it to be when you need it.
Absolutely.
And looks like you got it pretty much dialed in. Do you have any future modifications that you plan on doing to this? We always do, right?
Yeah, I mean it's always changing and adapting.
Yeah.
We did talk about, I believe yesterday, I stopped by your guys' booth, talked about adding the front header bars, possibly add some more MOLLE panels to the front. That also gives the ability to depending on what stage the roof rack is in, or the bed rack is in, we could add bike mounts to the front header bar there, or add more gear. We were also looking for a clever place to mount the yank and rope, so that might also go to that front panel, utilizing one of the custom brackets you guys make.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, the bulkhead accessory rail is nice because it is so modular. You can have a MOLLE panel on one side and leave the other side open for a bike rack or whatever you need, and that's, I think the modularity of those MOLLE racks really lends itself to something like this, where you might need to change up the layout every once in a while to figure out what works and what doesn't work, and it's gives you a wide range of mounting options. So it seems like it's working for you.
Absolutely. So another cool thing that we actually have here is the between the frame rails hidden winch, and I actually came up with these brackets here. We've sold about 100 of these kits so far, and I've got a 12,000 pound synthetic line winch in there that we use for recoveries. So
this is a real working truck.
It's
it's not a show queen. Everything here at SEMA, it's hard to know what gets used and what's just built for the show, but I mean, that winch being hidden is amazing. It gives it the clean, stock-ish look.
Absolutely.
But you have the functionality of the winch.
And that's my whole thing with the truck. I want it to look the part, but I also don't want to go too extreme, too extravagant. Everyone makes these custom big, bulky bumpers. I'm an absolute fan of the stock look here. So that's something that I came up with, putting a 12,000 pound synthetic line winch in the factory between the frame rail location. And we also utilize the yank and ropes, groove fair lead. Big advocate for off-road safety and recovery safety. So doing this, we take out pretty much all steel in the recovery process. And if you guys have seen, bad things can happen when you have steel and line breakage, especially coming back out. We've had issues in the past where we've seen people recover people from ball hitches. The ball shears, comes back at a driver, comes back at someone, and it could potentially be deadly. So safety is a big key factor here. And then, the rest of the build, we've had a lot of sponsors on this truck. Wicked Suspensions hooked us up with their 4.5 inch lift kit for this truck. And that is their drop radius arm kit with their coils. And again, 6651 came in very handy with the powder coating on that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I like the matching of the wheels and the suspension. That looks really nice.
Excess Power has provided us with all the battery power needed on this build for taking care of our off-road lights, our winches. We also are utilizing their Super Bank system, which is a capacitor in place of one of the batteries. So we do have their Super Bank 6500 in this vehicle, and so far it's been fantastic. Of course, we have BuiltRight Industries here. I'm sure you've heard of them. Great bed racks, great dash mount systems, top-notch service from you guys. Fury Tires, Banks has provided us with a lot of performance upgrades. We have their exhaust, their iDash. Our previous truck had their diff cover, and this one also has their air intake on this vehicle. And then BMC Lights has provided us with all the brackets to make the off-road lighting possible.
Awesome. So what would you say your favorite part of this vehicle is?
So
doesn't have to be a part, doesn't have to be a BuiltRight part.
Probably my favorite functional aspect of this truck would be the BMC lights that we have on here. Our off-road recoveries take us into all hours of the day and night. So utilizing BMC lights into the evening hours, we're able to add these hitch bars, which takes the Baja Designs. I've got 4 Baja Designs S2 Pros on the back here on the bumper.
Awesome.
And then we have the rigid Ignite end caps, which shoot light out at 270 degrees around the back of the truck. BMC also makes these custom front fog light brackets, and that utilizes the Baja Designs. And this is currently it's kind of a prototype. This one hasn't hit market yet, but this uses their XL80 as a off-road light and integrates an S1 as a factory fog light.
Oh, okay.
So that's their current off-road setup for this factory look in the bumper.
Yeah.
And then we also have Baja Designs linkable XL bar on the front here with BMC brackets.
Yeah, that's very tidy. I'm an old rally fan, so I love seeing, the 4 big pods or whatever, the round lights up front. But something like this, you know, a little more subdued, but still gives you that lighting is.
And
I love a clean look as well.
I love how it looks OEM.
Right.
And it looks like this is how it should have been from the factory, but you look a little bit closer, it's like, wait a minute, those are customized.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That's probably my favorite mod on the vehicle.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for lighting too.
Right.
Yeah, awesome. Well, where can people find this truck? Do you have social media, that, you know, a website?
I am at the Car Dad, so there's underscores in there. The underscore car underscore
We'll throw
dad.
it up on the bottom.
Right. And if you're out here at SEMA, we're at booth 70,000 outside of West Hall and the Coalition Off-Road booth. And that covers racket designs, MOLLE Industries, power built, all the different tools. Lots of cool stuff in here. And a lot of Bronco gear and Ford accessories, Ford Performance accessories.
Awesome.
So definitely a great place to check out if you're into the whole Bronco or off-road scene.
Right. Awesome. Well, hey, thank you so much, Colin, giving us the
Absolutely.
rundown. Beautiful truck.
Thank you.
Love to see the next iteration and future iterations and how you kind of put our products to use.
Absolutely, and thank you guys for coming out with such a great product.
Yeah, absolutely. Sid, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us what you got here?
So this is my 1993 Toyota Land Cruiser. It's been in the family since '93, so my dad purchased it brand new, and this was actually my mom's car. So I decided to build this truck 2 years ago as a tribute build for her. She passed away in 2016 from cancer. So she's seen me build all of our SEMA cars through the years, and every single year she was like, when are you gonna build my truck? So unfortunately I didn't get to build it before she passed, but this was a great opportunity to build something in remembrance of her. And with my build partners, I work with Infinite Auto Design, M2 Motoring. These are the two main build partners that helped me get this truck to where it is right now. And I have a bunch of sponsors that have helped me, especially with BuiltRight. We have some back seat panels that are custom.
Yeah, I love that.
It took a little bit of thinking and engineering, but it was pretty easy. There's 4 L brackets,
Yeah.
and I reversed the mount, but yeah, it worked. Very rigid, nicely designed, solid design. I can't be any happier, to be honest.
Yeah, that's sweet. I always love seeing someone taking one of our products that may not be purpose built for their car, but obviously you knew that the quality was there and you wanted to get it on your truck somehow, and it's a great install. And honestly, man, this rig is a beautiful tribute to your mom. I can tell that you have put in an immense amount of work. I mean, far from stock is an understatement. This thing is beautiful, and I haven't seen one done up this well in a long time. And so I just want to say, from one truck guy to another, this thing is just absolutely stunning.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, why don't we do like a quick walk around and you can kind of hit some of the other things, because like I said, far from stock, so we got a lot to go over here.
So I went with Ray's Engineering Volk T37s to give it like a nice classic Japanese look. I mean, this truck it's 100% Japanese.
Yeah.
Built in Japan, shipped here. And then I have some, it's also accessorized with Kumo tires. These are 37-inch tires. These are the Road Venture MT71s, so they're mud terrain tires. Very quiet, really good quality tire. I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
These are super quiet.
Awesome.
All I hear is my exhaust.
Great, just as it should be.
Exactly. So I also have a Warn winch. This is the Xeon Platinum 10S. One of their top-of-the-line winches that's mounted on a bulletproof hitches, drop hitch. I have some accessories here too. There's a step just in case you. The truck's about 5 inches above, so it's pretty tall with the 37s too.
Yeah.
So I also upgraded this panel. This was an option from Descent, and they had this accessory. Basically accessory cover that can hold your stuff in, and I was like, well, I didn't exactly know, or I was trying to look for the perfect like MOLLE panel or accessory to put and mount stuff here. And when I was looking through the SEMA website, I glanced on the you know, the build partners for support vehicles, and I saw BuiltRight, so I was like, okay, maybe I can be a little creative, and because there's really no mounting. I mean, this is all aluminum, so you can just kind of drill through it pretty easily. And I was like, well, you know, why not put some MOLLE panels on there and
make it a little more
accessorize
versatile instead of Swiss cheesing the whole thing as you change the setup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I went with some of the universal MOLLE panels that you guys have. This was the biggest one. I believe it's like a 24 by 30, 50, yeah, something like that. And then two smaller accessory panels right here. And it's all equipped with the pouches. Pouches are right here. Also have the kingpin lights. There's the band coming.
Background music.
Yeah. And then Easy Flate was nice enough to sponsor their auto air dual compressor air up, air down tire kit with the Hyperflex hoses. And I got some Pelican adventure cases for all of my stuff. I mean, this is currently carrying all of my cleaning supplies and my seats.
Maybe you should cut.
Yeah. I also have a Scotty grill. Shout out to Scotty. I also have a portable AC and cooler combo from Cool Boss. So all of my sound system here in this truck is sponsored by Sony. So shout out to Sony. Thank you for always supporting my builds.
Can't have a car with bad stereo.
Exactly.
Sweet, man. Well, I'm loving some of these stickers you got going on.
Oh
here.
yeah. So my side business is decals. So I do a lot of decals for a lot of the automotive enthusiasts back in SoCal. So SP Signworks is my company, and my truck is for a lot of people it's overly stickered up, but there's it's tasteful. I think it's tasteful.
I think they look great. We can walk around to the side maybe and take a look at some of the
oh, for sure.
livery that you got going on here.
It's layered. It's almost like double. It's pretty much double the work.
Yeah,
but
right.
it makes
lining everything up.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
It makes
I've
everything
cut a
pop.
few stickers before, and I found out very quickly that it's not my profession. So I realized the work that goes into this, and I mean, it's the attention to detail is awesome. They're all great. They really pop. You know, favorite brand right here. A little biased, but
you guys are right in the middle.
It looks awesome. Yeah.
And
well,
also,
these hot Vegas days, man, this awning is nice.
Oh yeah. It provides shade. It's freestanding. This is the Kamek Crosswing. You know, they're available at REI. You can buy them online as well on the website. But I talked to them, and they were stoked to display one for SEMA, especially on the truck. So, big shout out to Kamek. This is the 7-foot crosswing. So this is the shortest setting. It has 3 settings.
Okay, so it can even come out more.
It can come out further.
Okay,
yeah.
so you could have a little picnic table or something right here.
Yeah, and it's so easy to deploy. It's less than 3 seconds.
Yeah, the freestanding is nice. The poles that come down, the supports anywhere. It's all good and well until it gets dark out, and you're trying to pack up camp, and you take out a leg, something like that. So the freestanding that's super nice to be able to just walk freely around the vehicle. So.
Yeah, and I think it's good up to like 25 mile per hour winds. Yeah. So. I also have some accessories on this gull-wing door panel from YodaTech. Shout out to YodaTech.
Well, maybe we can take a look at the lighting setup on the front, and I do have a question for you.
What's up?
What is your favorite component of this build? And it doesn't have to be BuiltRight, I'll say that.
Right now?
Because there's a lot on here. Like, what's the thing you're most excited to put on, or the thing that you get the most use out of?
So it might sound corny, but I just have to show you.
Okay, yeah, show me.
And pardon the mess. I had to stuff everything in the front. But,
This is a driver, man. It's show car and driver.
But check this out. Oh, please don't open the door. It's like an ice cream machine.
Yeah, that's great. Do you have do you have the handheld so you can yell at people who are taking too long?
I have a mic for it too and everything.
That's great.
So that's one of my favorite mods, and then the second one is probably gonna scare some people. me see.
And you have a train horn in here or something?
I do. I do.
That's fantastic.
That's great. Love that.
That's great.
Awesome, man.
Oh, and so you wanted to talk about the lighting. So the S-Pod controls all of my lighting. I actually I had to get two units.
Got so many things to control.
Yeah, it's just a stock engine. But
Well, you
I
want
had
it to run. So
Yeah.
you just leave it stock.
so I had to use two Bantam Pros. It's custom mounted by FMG Garage. So FMG Garage does all of my electrical stuff.
Okay.
Big shout out to Charlie from FMG.
Yeah, man, this thing is quite a unit. It's really beautiful.
So I want to give a big shout out to Caliber. They actually provided the flooring for the Land Cruiser. This is their Protect flooring, smooth. So, and then all of my Baja designs. I mean, it's fully decked with like LP9s. I have the linkables up top. My spotlights are XL80, so these are like 9,000 lumens or something like that. They're crazy bright.
Can you ever have too much light though?
No.
Some people will say yes. I say no. I'm
you
like,
can never have too many lights.
give me the
man.
4 up front. Give me the roof rack.
And if there's someone that cuts me off on the freeway, XL80s are automatically on. So.
Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, shout out to Enzo for the headlights and the taillights. Thank you so much, Christine and the team. Appreciate the help throughout the years. Yeah, pretty much it.
Where can people find you? Socials, Instagram, Facebook, any of that stuff?
So I'm on Instagram. If you want to follow me, my Instagram is SP Signworks. So it's just exactly this.
Well, we can see. I mean, you have examples of your work. So if anyone needs vinyl, man, SP Signworks. This is great stuff. Cool. Well, thank you for taking the time. I really appreciate it.
Not a
Sid.
problem. Take care. Thanks, guys, for doing the interview and everything.
Absolutely.
I appreciate all of the support from BuiltRight. You guys are awesome. Products are awesome. So I look forward to building a couple more cars with you guys.
Well,
throughout
let us
the years,
know.
so.
If they look anything like this, we're on board, man. This thing is amazing. Introduce yourself, please, and tell us what we're looking at today.
My name is Willie. This is my 2013 Chevy Silverado 1500 extended cab.
Awesome. It looks like it's pretty well done up. You want to run through a little bit of what you got going on here?
Yeah, so pretty much the basic concept of the vehicle was I like camping, I like towing. I tow a lot, I should say, and I wanted to have something that was simple and practical. Pretty much wanted to have a rack that'll carry all of my stuff, spare tire, any accessories, and I still wanted to have bed space. And with bed space, I needed something I can organize, have my tent, and have like cables, extension cords, and yeah. One of the hot things that we have our BuiltRight truck bed, which works out very well. I can actually put like my first aid kit, extinguisher, axe, and just mount a whole bunch of other stuff. I like the versatility of the product and how easy it was for me to assemble.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty simple.
Awesome. Well, that's what we aim for. I mean, we try and make it as bolt-in as possible, and yeah, giving you the space to have, mount whatever you want and be able to move all that stuff around as you figure out what works and what doesn't work for you. But yeah, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of cool stuff. We got water jug up here, got a shovel on this side.
Yeah, so pretty much I went to Rhino Rack. They helped us out by supplying us with one of their universal Recon deck bars, which is very, very versatile. I could put stuff the way I want it instead of it being affixed. We got our Pro Eagle jack, spare tire up there, traction boards, and I just wanted it to be a simple build. Like, there's not a lot of companies that actually make products for this vehicle, and I'm happy that you guys have one that actually fit with this truck, because it was a lot of tough time trying to find some research, just trying to get some kind of products for this truck.
Yeah.
But it's basically a simple build.
Yeah, no, it's simple and clean, and
Exactly.
I'm seeing, is there a lift on this?
Yes, so we have a 3.5 rough country lift on it, suspension lift with West Rock off-road wheels. We have also a dome awning from Rhino Rack as well with our crossbars. And up in the front, we have our Baja design lights, so if I go out night trying to drive, I can see pretty good. And
Right.
if I ever get stuck, which I hope not, I have my Warn wrench
You hope not, but everyone loves to use a winch, so we get it. Yeah, you hope not. Yeah, no, this is awesome. I mean, this is a daily driver for you?
It has been. I am the original owner. I bought this 2013.
Wow, that's
so
awesome.
I've had this since brand new.
I love seeing that. Like when I'm a guy that admittedly goes through cars like crazy, but you know, when you find one that you love, you hang on to it and you really put the time into it. It shows.
A lot of stuff is expensive too.
And that's true. That's true. Yeah, yeah.
But,
no, but I mean, I love the stance. I love that it's, you know, not over the top. You don't have 39-inch tires and a 50-inch lift. I mean, it's a usable truck, like you said. You like to take your family camping.
Yes.
And you can tow with it.
Yes.
While still, you know, being able to drive it to work and the grocery store, or whatever you need
Oh
to
yeah,
do
I
there,
mean, it's
so.
still. I mean, yeah. Some people say, "Oh, it's just a mall crawler." Yeah, okay, it is, but I could still go off road with it. I
Right,
can still
yeah.
have fun with it. That's the main thing that I wanted to take from this. Is, you know, you got some. You know, don't get me wrong. Everybody else has good, you know, how they're built it, but I want to be able to just take it and get it dirty and not have to cry about it.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
No, and that's the thing that we're finding here is like the cars that we're highlighting are all cars that people are driving. They're not just show builds.
Right.
And you know, we try and find people that have our stuff that use it. And yeah, you know, it seems like you got a simple and clean setup right now that
Yeah.
I'm sure will grow as you
yes.
get the truck out more.
Oh yes,
and all
once I
that.
get that more, and you know what I could really take away from this build was, minus doing this is a vehicle, this is a wrap by the way, this is the new color. Majority of it I did myself.
Yeah.
This was mostly all me.
Your blood, sweat, and tears
Yeah,
into it.
and believe me, right there. So yeah, majority of it, like the bumper, luckily I had a good neighbor help me put that thing on
Yeah.
with the winch, but everything else was majority me. And with a few good hands from some good friends as well. Can't leave them out, because without them I couldn't do most of it either.
Right. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, man, this is an awesome truck. Thank you for showing us.
Oh, thank you for support.
Social media, where can they find you?
My social media is actually right here, WLS13Z71.
All right. Well, thank you for the time. I really appreciate it.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you for your time as well.
All right, we are here with our final build partner of the day. Why don't you introduce yourself and kind of tell us what we're working with here?
So my name is Todd. I'm with JT Tribe, and we're at SEMA Day 3. We're displaying a 24 Bronco for Bartech USA.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, it looks pretty decked out. You want to kind of give us a run through what you got on this? I can see a little bit of maybe some Mount Tech in there.
There you go. Yeah, so that's what keeps us, all our trail maps and everything else going, plus day-to-day stuff with maps and things like that.
Yeah.
But this is an overland build per se, so, you know, little lift, aggressive tires, some storage, great lighting from Diode Dynamics, and also storage and mounting MOLLE from BuiltRight.
Love to hear that. Yeah, we got the Pelican up top. Let's walk around to the back and see what you got back there. I think that's where some of the goodies are.
Yeah, sure. So this would be considered, you know, the business end of a Bronco, right?
Yeah, right.
So we use their MOLLE by BuiltRight, as well as their bags for, you know, recovery things and first aid. Obviously coolers for food and drinks. We got some more recovery up there, as well as this is what holds our Thor's lighting air up and air down system.
Awesome. Yeah, and I love this bumper, and it's like you got the Diode Dynamics in there, pumping out some lumens here.
There you go. Yeah,
Probably
so
great.
Those are the SS3s in amber. We use them as chase lights and as well as scene lights, and this is the Expedition 1 bumper.
Awesome. Cool, man. Yeah, I like how it's you didn't go over the top with the lift or the tires are admittedly big.
Sure.
But they're not too big. I think it's got a really aggressive stance, looks really good, but it's not excessive. Looks like just a really nice build. I mean, Ironman awning, it looks like some Rotopacks up there, and yeah, man.
It's a overland build, so you can go out and have some fun, spend time with the family, and be safe all while doing it.
Yeah, awesome. I'm gonna walk around to the front here, see what we got. Is that a solar panel?
Yeah, so that's a solar panel that keeps our batteries charged and topped off, you know, because on our long, you know, 3-day, 4-day excursions, running lights and running winches and running all the things that require power, you know, it's just that peace of mind to keep you topped off battery-wise.
Yeah, that's cool. It's like really subtle. I mean, you don't really see it unless you're looking for it. But
Exactly.
As the viewers are going to find out, I'm a sucker for lighting. So this lighting setup it looks awesome.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah.
good. Probably provides some good visibility on the trails and stuff.
For sure.
But right now, I feel like I'm cooking with the sun and the light.
Yeah, me too. So that's the SS5 crosslink light bar SS3s in the bumper. We got some Alpha X headlights and Warren winch also inside of the Expedition 1 bumper. So
That's awesome.
we're dialed when it comes to the lighting as well as, you know, full aspect build.
Yeah, right. What would you say is your favorite part of this truck?
So I'm gonna be honest, you know, the lighting is probably gonna be my favorite part from Diode Dynamics, but a close second would be all the BuiltRight panels that gives us the opportunity to mount all of our recovery stuff. And you know, in these Broncos there's not that much storage, so anywhere you can gain storage with like a MOLLE panel and gain access to your recovery gear and everything else is always a big win.
And keep it in one spot when you're off-roading.
Sure.
That's kind of the nice thing. Is that rigid MOLLE panel, you really lock it in and you can move your stuff all around, but it stays, you know, where you put it. So
Yeah, organized and concise, and it's always there when you need it.
exactly.
Yep.
Well, thank you for running me through it. Where can they find more pictures of this truck?
So it would be found on our Instagram, JT Tribe, and that's where we do many of builds for SEMAs every year, as well as a show tour all year long.
Awesome. Well, hey man, thank you so much for going through it. I appreciate it.
course.
It's a beautiful truck. I am excited to see kind of how the build evolves and where you take it.
Thank you.